Hello, grade 5. How are you today? Our lesson today is talking about circulatory system. Okay, what are the function of the circulatory system? We studied before that the digestive system digests the food, right, and absorb it. And when we breathe, we take oxygen from the air, right? So we have digested food and oxygen, and we need to distribute them to all the body parts. And this is one of the functions of the circulatory system. It transports the digested food and oxygen and water to all the body cells. And also, it transports the wastes that are produced in the body cells to special organ in our body to get rid of them. And number 3, it helps us to keep our body healthy. Okay. Circulatory system consists of what? Number 1, it consists of the heart and the blood and blood vessels. Again, circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels. Number 1, the heart. Heart is a muscular hollow organ and it equals about the size of your fist. Heart is located inside the chest cavity between the two lungs and it is slightly inclined to the left. The function of the heart, it pumps the blood to all body parts. The structure of the heart. Heart consists of 4 chambers, as we see here in the picture. They are located in 2 sides, the right side and the left side. And there is a wall between the right side and the left side. Why? To prevent mixing the blood in both sides. Because one of them carry a blood with oxygen and the other side has a blood with carbon dioxide. So this wall prevents mixing the blood between the 2 sides. As we see here in this picture, there is a cut in the wall of the heart, and what happened? The blood that has oxygen is mixed with the blood that has carbon dioxide. Okay. In each side, we have the upper chamber is called atrium, and the lower chamber is called ventricle. Again, the upper chamber of the heart is called atrium and the lower chamber is called ventricle. And there is a valve between each atrium and the ventricle. This valve make what? It allows blood to flow from the atrium to the ventricle and prevents it from returning back again. Again, the valve allows blood to flow from atrium to ventricle and not returning back again. And the 4 chambers are always full of blood and connected to the blood vessels. Number 2, blood vessels. They are a network of pipelines or tubes that extend all over the human body. We have 3 types of blood vessels. Number 1, we have arteries. Number 2, we have veins. And number 3, we have blood capillaries. Let's start with arteries. They are thick blood vessels and they are emerged from the heart, exactly from the 2 ventricles. Like we have pulmonary artery and aorta. And they transport blood from the heart to all body parts. And they are large and wide at the beginning, then they become smaller till ending in a network of blood capillaries. All arteries carry blood rich in oxygen, except the pulmonary artery, which carries blood rich in carbon dioxide gas. Number 2, we have veins. They are thin blood vessels that begin at the body cells and open in the heart, exactly in the two atria. Examples, we have pulmonary veins and superior inferior vena cava. They carry blood from all body parts to the heart. They begin in the form of blood capillaries at the cells, then they are collected together to become larger till reaching the heart. All veins carry blood rich in carbon dioxide except pulmonary veins. They carry blood rich in oxygen. 3. We have blood capillaries. They are network of tiny blood vessels with very thin walls that are located around the body cells. The function, they connect the ends of arteries and the beginning of veins, and their thin walls allow blood to deliver digested food and oxygen to the body cells and carry carbon dioxide and the wastes out of the body cells. The component of the circulatory system, also we have blood. It's a red fluid or a red liquid that passes through the blood vessels. Blood consists of, we have red blood cells, we have white blood cells, blood platelets, and the plasma. Again, red blood cells, white blood cells, blood platelets, and the plasma. Let's start with the red blood cells. They are red cells without nuclei, and they carry oxygen from the lungs to all body cells and carry carbon dioxide from all body cells to the lungs. So they are responsible for transporting the gases. White blood cells. They are white cells with different forms of nuclei, and they defend the body against microbes. As we see here in the picture, when the body is attacked with the microbes, they defend the body against them. Blood platelets, they are small cell fragments, and they help in coagulating of blood, so they help in healing wounds. When the body is wounded, the blood platelets make what? They coagulate the blood, so they help in healing wounds. The last one, we have plasma. Plasma, it's a yellow watery fluid in which all the blood components are suspended. And it's responsible for what? Carrying the digested food to the cells and carries the wastes out of the cell. Blood circulation. Now we will explain how the blood transform throughout our body. Let's start from the cell. Inside the cell, what happened? There is burning of the digested food, and the burning of digested food produces what? Produces carbon dioxide, water vapor, and energy. Okay? The carbon dioxide is a waste, and we need to get rid of it out of the body, right? Okay, so the blood that carry carbon dioxide gas will enter the heart from the right atrium. Through what? Through the superior and the inferior vena cava. From the right atrium, the blood that carry carbon dioxide will flow to the right ventricle through the bulb, and the right ventricle will contract. When the right ventricle contracts, it pumps the blood to the lungs through what? Through the pulmonary artery. Inside the lung, what happen? Exchange the gases. We get rid of the carbon dioxide and we take oxygen, right? Okay, so now the blood emerge or come out from the lung carrying what? Carrying oxygen gas, and it will enter the heart through the left atrium. Through what? Through the pulmonary artery. Through the pulmonary veins, and from the left atrium to the left ventricle. The left ventricle will contract and will push the blood to all the body parts through aorta. And again, what happens inside the cell? The digested food and oxygen make what? The oxygen will burn the digested food and produces what? Produces carbon dioxide, water vapor, and energy. And the blood that carry the carbon dioxide gas will enter the heart through the superior inferior vena cava to the right atrium, from the right atrium to the right ventricle. Right ventricle contract and push the blood to lung through the pulmonary artery. Inside the lung, exchange the gases, and the blood will carry oxygen and enter the heart through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium. From the left atrium to the left ventricle, and left ventricle will contract and push the blood to all body parts through the aorta. And this is called blood circulation. Okay, I hope you understand the lesson. Thank you, grade 5. See you in the next session.